Hello there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Coming up, what does it take to lose weight and keep it off for good? We'll meet a woman who's had success reaching her personal weight loss goal with medical weight loss centers. And most of us have been taught that peeking and staring is a bad thing, but author John Locke talks about the things you actually discover from eavesdropping. And I'm here with one of our favorites on Connecticut Style, Neil Fuentes.
Gorgeous.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
We're frying fish up already,
yeah,
huh?
I'm already working over here with a little fluke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a flat fish, and we're gonna make a nice, very summery, easy but elegant fish.
I like that. And
Yeah.
we're gonna hear all about your band in a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe you'll do a little singing for us.
Maybe I'll do. I don't know. Maybe that will happen.
All right, Neil, look right into camera 2. Tell everyone what they're going to do.
Sit back and relax because you're having lunch in style.
Here's another revolutionary idea from Colonial Toyota.
Every day I'm getting letters and emails from people telling me that for the first time in their life they actually enjoyed buying a car. Come to Colonial Toyota, and if this isn't the best experience you've ever had buying or servicing an automobile, I want to know about it. When it comes to getting the best price, the best deal, with the best product, I'm on top of it. At Colonial Toyota, not only do you get a better deal, you get a better dealership.
Surprise! It's the 10th anniversary Summertime Can-Can Sale.
Now ShopRite does the can-can in the summertime for all our fans of can-can. Today is great to see some cash at ShopRite Summer Can-Can Bash.
It's our 10th anniversary, and you'll find uncanny savings on hefty foam plates or bowls or hefty slider storage bags, just $1.34 with your Price Plus card.
Shop and save more at our Summer Can-Can Bash.
It's hot, hot, hot! Oh, oh, oh!
I've seen my clients and their families in very difficult situations.
They need the help of somebody that cares, somebody that will step up for them in a time when they need that help the most.
Their car may be damaged, they're incurring medical bills, they're out of work.
We represent folks in situations that they never dreamed of being in.
And it makes you want to do a better job for your client.
That's what brings us back every day.
Buckley and Wynn, we're with you every step of the way.
Today we're going to make an elegant but easy summer dish. I'm back with one of our favorite chefs, Neil Fuentes. Always a pleasure to have you here,
Well,
sir.
thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
So we're frying up some fluke today.
Yes, we have this, my friend Mike, who is from Gambardella Fish Company. They go and fish this
you didn't
beautiful
catch this?
thing.
You didn't catch this yourself?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have time. But he came to the restaurant yesterday where I work, and he brought me this beautiful 12.5-pound fluke.
Big fish.
Which, yeah, it's big, flat fish.
Now, do you know how to fillet it and get the bones out? Did you do that?
Yes, this is the final product after I fillet it at my house today, this morning actually. So
nice.
It's beautiful. It's the freshest thing you can possibly do. Now, what we're going to do with this, we're gonna bring back that old style of cooking a fish like this, such a flat fish, which is a meunier. Meunier is called.
And it's basically teach me new words when you're here.
So basically what that is just a lemon sauce. It's like a chicken piccata. We were talking about this, but with fish. But of course, you know me, I can't just do things the way they are supposed to.
We need a Fuentes twist.
Yeah, I have to do a little twist to it. So what I did is I grabbed the head of the fish and I put it in a pot with water and garlic, and we make something that we call fumet, which is basically a stock made of fish, and we're going to use it for the sauce.
Smells a little fishy.
Well, of course, it's made with fish. So it's very simple dish. So the first thing we're going to do is to grab some butter, and we're going to put it to melt right there, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to season the fish with a little salt. And you want to make sure you go really high.
Why?
Because what happens is when you do this really high, you don't have spots salty and spots that are not salty. You want to make sure the salt goes everywhere.
I thought you just did it for dramatic effect.
Well, you also do that. You know, when you go 1, 2, 3, and you don't do that too. So the same thing we're going to do with a little bit of garlic. We're just going to go like that, right?
Okay.
And then after we season it with garlic powder, and then we're going to drench it in flour. Very simple. See, like that? In the meantime, my butter is melting over there.
Now, is this a fishy fish? Like
no.
Typically, white fish isn't so fishy.
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
No fish should be fishy. Let's start with that.
Okay, fair
all right, if a fish is fishing, no, people, do not eat it or cook it. Okay, a fish should smell just like seawater. That's what it's supposed to smell like.
Okay.
All right, if the fish smells fishy, it's because it's not good to go. All right, and that's all you do to the fish, which I already have one over here.
Oh, what do you know?
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to now show you the second part of the dish.
I'm assuming this takes not, I mean, it's probably done fairly quickly.
It's about, I would say about 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know, about 5 minutes in one
Each
side,
side,
5 minutes in the other. So I'm going to take this fish, right, and I'm going to put it in this plate.
Okay.
Right here. And then we're going to make the sauce. To make the sauce, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of the fish stock.
The fume.
Yeah, and we're going to put it right in there. See that? Start making the sauce beautifully. And then to that, I'm going to add a little bit of mustard to this.
Okay.
The mustard is going to give the sauce a little
any
tanginess.
type of mustard? Are you doing like a Dijon? A
It
honey
doesn't
mustard?
really
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
No,
Okay.
whatever you want.
All right.
Lemon juice, very important, right? For acidity. A little bit of capers. That's when we're talking about being...
What is a caper? Is it like an olive? What is it?
We talked about this in the last episode.
What was the consensus?
A caper is a flower. It's a flower bud. It's, you know, when a flower is starting to grow?
I thought it was more like an olive.
No, this doesn't have a pit in it.
You're appalled.
We need to get vegetables 101 for you here. All right. So what I'm doing now is I bring up the heat, right? And basically that's all the sauce is. We're going to now let this cook for about 2 minutes, right? And then once that is cooked, we put it on top of the fish.
Oh, how lovely. Now, what will you serve with this?
Normally, this is such a simple dish that you don't want to complicate it. All I do is I boil or bake potatoes, but I like to do the mini ones. And then I cut them in half, put them next to the dish, which we're going to do at the end.
Okay.
And then you add a little bit of the very good extra virgin olive oil.
All right.
A little salt, and that's it.
Great.
Simple, people, simple. Keep it simple. It's summer. Don't sweat it.
I got to ask you about Solito Lindo.
Sonido Libre.
Did I say it right?
Sonido Libre. We did an amazing, amazing event yesterday.
That's your band, of course.
My band, Sonido Libre. We raised a lot of money for cancer.
Great.
Yesterday.
It was a success.
We had a great event. We have
There you
my
are.
friend Gene Master.
There's a lot of you in that band.
Oh, yeah, you know. My friend Gene Master was the master of ceremony. We have Manicho Han from the Food Network cooking with me. We had Tommy Giuliano from Sweet Genius on the Food Network also cooking with me. It was amazing.
You
What
had
a great
time.
night.
Well, where can people see you? Have anything coming up?
Yeah, we're going to have a couple of events coming up. Just check out our Facebook, Sonido Libre Show Band, and you can see everything that these people are doing with me.
All right, so that just has to cook, and we'll finish this at the end?
We're going to finish it at the end. If you want, we can put it right now because this is pretty much ready. We put it right there.
Where's Billy? He's not around today.
Billy's not here
We miss
today because it's birthday. So he's right now probably doing some spa time.
Oh, very nice.
Well,
Good
I'm
for
here
him.
cooking with you.
Wish you a happy birthday.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and there you have it. Look
I
at this
love
beautiful
that.
thing.
All right,
And then-
go ahead. What were you going to say?
I'm sorry. I was just going to say you just put a little bit of lemon as a garnish, and then we're ready to go.
Perfect. Of course, we'll have the recipe on WTNH.com, and I'm going to give this a try at the end of the show.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. All right, coming up next, eavesdropping has a negative connotation, but can actually be a good thing. We'll talk about that after the break. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Susan Weissowitz, and some people say I shouldn't run for the Senate because I didn't get the party endorsement. I've heard that before. People said we couldn't stop drive-through mastectomies because the health insurance companies were too powerful, but we did. People said we couldn't ban gifts from lobbyists because the special interest would stop us, but we did that too. And now some people say we can't hold Wall Street accountable. I approve this message because I think we need a senator who knows we can.
I got carpet for this room free. The twins room, free. You got it, free.
It's Empire's Whole House Sale. Buy carpet with installation for 2 rooms and get carpet for the rest of your rooms free. As many as you like.
The man cave, free.
And right now, pay no interest till 2014.
Free.
Don't miss Empire's Whole House Sale. Buy 2 rooms, get the rest free. Call today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Each year, nearly 500,000 people sustain a traumatic brain injury from a car or motorcycle accident. Just last week, it happened to you. Your head still hurts, and it may be more than a headache. take it seriously. Get the help you need right now. Get Carter and get the no-fee guarantee. 1-800-900-6700.
It's considered disrespectful to stare or deliberately listen in on someone's conversation, but our next guest says eavesdropping can actually be a good thing. In his book, Eavesdropping, John Locke takes a serious look at this virtually universal phenomenon. John is a professor of linguistics and joins me now. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is pretty interesting because I feel like everyone does it and they might not even realize they're eavesdropping.
I think that's true. I think it's so much a part of who we are and what we do. We're all curious to know what's going on in the lives of others, especially if we sense that there's something about them that they may not want us to know.
Oh.
We really zero in on that.
How did you become interested in this topic?
Well, I'm a professor of linguistics, but I think more interested in human communication, the way people actually relate and what they know about each other and how they learn about each other. And this is a way that sometimes doesn't involve language, that people can snoop and get into each other's private activities.
Now, when you're eavesdropping, you say that it's the crossroads of intimate experience, personal power, and social control. Break that down for me.
Yes. Well, if you think about this, when you're observing someone in private, there's something about that that's kind of intimate. After all, they're not sharing that with you, and frequently people behave in a very relaxed and a kind of a truthful way when they think they're not being observed. They sit in a certain way that they might not sit in when they're being watched. They say things, they do things. Certainly, we don't do in public all the things that we might like to do. And so we do them in private, and the eavesdropper partakes of that experience, whether they're peeking through a crack or listening through a keyhole and so forth. And when they have obtained that experience, they also know something. And sometimes that gives people a certain kind of power. Mm-hmm. They have power often over that individual. They could potentially blackmail them.
I know, but how would you ever say you're not supposed to be listening? How would you use that?
Well, you could also gossip. You can whisper it away, and if you do, you're likely to achieve a fair amount of authority in your group or perhaps in your small village. And frequently, the thing that you're talking about when you're representing what you learned in eavesdropping is something that someone shouldn't be doing. We don't talk about the time we saw Mr. Smith sitting in his living room reading a book.
Oh no, it has to be more dramatic than that, right?
It's got to be juicy. And so there are implications of that for social control. That is to say, you won't believe what I saw Mr. Smith doing. And, or not doing, whatever the case might be. And the word may get back to Mr. Smith that he was seen doing this thing, and so there's a sense in which this is controlling.
I see. Now, we're taught typically to mind our own business, but you say eavesdropping is not always bad.
No, I think, it would be one thing if it was a sort of pathological thing where you spent your entire day with your ear to the crack. Although, I mean, one could make that suggestion about the media if you spent all of your time watching soap operas, which is almost like the modern incarnation of ancient eavesdropping experience. It wouldn't be particularly healthy, I suppose. But normally, in sort of what I would call recreational eavesdropping, where we just kind of tune in to what's going on next to us, we learn things that are sometimes very helpful.
I see. And men and women kind of eavesdrop differently, don't they?
They do. They do. I think a lot of people think women eavesdrop more than men do. I think they may do a certain kind of it more often. Let's say in a restaurant, tuning into what the people on the next table are talking about.
Trying to figure out if they're on a date or something. I'm not going to lie, I've done it before, John.
Yeah, you just overheard some people talking. And how you learned that, I don't know, if you weren't eavesdropping. But I think relationships are certainly continuingly of continuing interest to women. Sort of things that concern the home and family and relationships. Men do a different kind of eavesdropping. Sometimes I think kind of a defiant kind of Sending a signal, who are you, and do you pose any kind of a threat to me or my house or my family? You know, who's that guy out there?
They're trying to figure it out, right?
Who's
in their
that
own
person
way?
on the street? Yeah, that's right.
All right, John, let's talk about what's happening on July 26th at the Westport Country Playhouse. Sounds exciting.
Well, they're staging a Moliere play, Tartuffe. And I think the reason they asked me to do some introductory remarks that night, and also in the other stagings of the play, it turns out that there's a fair amount of eavesdropping.
Oh, no kidding.
In the play, and a lot of gossip. They're constantly whispering things about each other. And there are a couple of clear cases where the person actually hides under a table or in a closet in order to get some information. In one case, whether the gentleman's wife is having an affair. So the play is riddled with these kinds of
So we get a little lesson on eavesdropping beforehand?
Yeah.
A little bit? Okay, very good.
Yes.
Where can we find your book? Of course, the name again is called Eavesdropping.
Private bookstores have it. Amazon has it. Barnes & Noble, the usual outlets.
Pretty readily available.
Yes, indeed.
All right. John Locke, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right. Coming up next, Medical Weight Loss Centers helps people get on a healthy track. We'll fill you in after the break. Don't go anywhere.
You go from 0 to 60 when the buzzer goes off. You need to listen what the call is, and then you're starting to think, what am I going to do when I get there? What exactly is the dispatch? It all comes into effect depending on what the call is. To be ready for my job in the morning, you have to mentally prepare yourself. Communication and teamwork is key, whether it's just 2 of us on the ambulance or the 8 of us going to a fire. We all work as a team.
At Amica, we know that different people have different reasons for choosing auto insurance.
I'm always looking for a great price.
I'm a value connoisseur. Customer service, that's my sweet spot.
It's got to be someone you trust.
No matter how you decide, call 877-35-AMICA for a free auto insurance quote. At Amica, we listen and we focus on what you need, and you could save hundreds of dollars.
Value isn't just a good price. Amica worked with me to find the best coverage, and I've always heard great things about their claim service.
If you want to be a satisfied customer, pick a company that's known for customer satisfaction.
I did my homework on Amica, and they get A++ ratings for financial strength year after year.
When I called, they found discounts I didn't even know I qualified for.
So no matter what you're looking for from auto insurance,
I wanted
a company I could count on.
To save money.
To be treated like gold.
All of the above.
Call 877-35-AMICA for your free no-obligation quote. You could save hundreds by switching to Amica. So call Amica now.
Before starting her weight loss journey, our next guest was what some people would consider a medical disaster. Maria Bowden had uncontrolled diabetes, high blood pressure, and gastric reflux. But she says her health improved dramatically after making the commitment to join medical weight loss centers and lost 85 pounds. Take a look at that before and after. Here she is in real life. Maria, shake it. You look great. Congratulations. Very impressive. And today, Maria is joined by Linda Armistead, a registered nurse at Medical Weight Loss Centers. Linda, as always, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You always bring such fabulous stories.
Yes.
And you bring proof with you, too,
Absolutely.
which is awesome.
Yep.
All right, Maria, tell me how this all started. Did you struggle with weight loss your whole life?
Yes, I've been weight heavy all my life. Okay. So I've been on all sorts of weight loss programs just to regain it all back,
really?
Plus some.
So it's 85 pounds so far.
80.
Less than a year we're talking.
Yeah, I started in October.
Wow. And what made you call Medical Weight Loss Centers?
I think it was just the way I felt. I was always tired, and I was getting to the point, I'm very active and I go places, and I was just getting to a point where I didn't want to go out anymore. I wanted to stay home. I just...
Kind of took over your life, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was just, I hated to get dressed to go anywhere because it didn't matter what I put on. It just... To me, it didn't look good.
Was there a moment where you just said, I've had enough, can't take it anymore?
Yeah, I was driving to work one morning, and I kept hearing it on the radio about medical weight loss. And I think just that day something said, you know what, I really need to do something just to
And you took action,
get
right?
back. Absolutely.
Linda, what was going on medically with Maria?
Yeah, medically, Maria was a disaster. She came into us with uncontrolled diabetes. Her A1C, that's what we use to gauge the average of people's blood sugars over the past 3 months.
Okay.
You want that to be less than 5.7. When Maria came in, hers was 9.9.
Wow, okay.
She has since gotten that down to 5.5, which is non-diabetic levels. Her triglycerides were through the roof. They were over 300. She's now gotten that down to 70. She's off of her blood pressure medications within 3 months. And within the first week of being on the program, she no longer has her gastric reflux acid problem.
Wow, so these are almost like instant results within a week, right? That's really incredible. So how'd you do it? How'd you get her back on track?
We went over our VLCD protocol. When you follow that, traditional medicine, basically their options are to give people pills.
Okay.
But her problems, a pill is not the answer. Weight loss is the answer, and that's what we specialize in. And once she lost the weight, those problems go away.
Now, Maria, let's talk about a typical day beforehand. I mean, what would you eat? Would you exercise?
No exercise. I ate whatever I felt like eating. If I was hungry, I'd grab the closest thing. If I was at work, we'd order food. So there was no thought into what I was cooking. I would go home, and I love to cook, so of course I would just whip up a meal, but nothing healthy. It was always just, like I said, no thought into what I was eating. I was just eating.
So how's that changed?
I'm making healthier decisions now. I'm conscious about what I am eating. I think for me, as being overweight, I would skip meals, and the hardest thing for me was I literally had to remember to eat every 2 to 3 hours now on the program. So that for me was a big change.
Now, Linda, I'm going to ask you the benefits of a medically supervised program. I'm sure a support system really makes a difference.
Oh, it absolutely does. Plus, you want it to be done safely. That's a #1 priority, and we're monitoring people the entire way. Maria, we were in contact with her doctor. He knew what we were doing, and we are bariatric specialists. Bariatrics is the medical treatment of obesity, and that's what we specialize in, and that's why we have such great results.
Now, Maria, why do you think this worked versus another one of the diets you've tried before?
I think I had the support right from day one. If I had any questions, I could pick up the phone, I could email, and I got any question that I needed answered. And they kind of made me look at food differently than what I was looking at it before.
And I think that's a big thing because food can sometimes take over your life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You have all those choices, and you just have to make a decision to make healthier choices.
Make the right choices. Now, Linda, I know we mention this every time you're on, but you also went through this program.
Yes, I did. I lost 110 pounds over almost 4 years ago now.
Wow. So what's the advice you have for people?
I think the advice is to have some sort of accountability, whether it's with a program or even just with yourself, being conscious of that. We do have a full maintenance program, and we do transition everyone to all regular food and being able to maintain the weight, because really that's the most important thing.
You can get rid of it, but you have to keep it on.
Exactly.
Now, what's the next step for you, Maria?
Well, I'm happy where I am.
Good, good.
I can
As you
actually,
should be.
which, yes, and I can actually say that this weekend I actually bought my very first bathing suit in 20 years.
That's never a fun process ever for anyone.
No, so it's been 20 years. I finally bought one, and I'm going to enjoy my pool.
You should.
I enjoy going out now, and I don't have to consciously think of how do these pants look, how does the shirt look. I feel healthy.
Good.
And I'm happy.
Oh, congratulations. Now, Linda, I want to ask you program fees and the seminars.
Yes. So we have now reduced our program fees by 40%.
Okay.
We have been very fortunate to help over 9,000 people in the past 6 years. And the obesity problem, unfortunately, is still rampant and out of control. So this is our way of giving back and helping during this time, especially during the recession.
And the free seminars are really anytime, right?
They are anytime. All you need to do is call, set up an appointment for any time that we're open, and you could sit down one-on-one with a medical provider, and we'll go over any questions you have.
And our viewers should probably mention they saw you here on Connecticut Style.
Please mention you saw us on Connecticut Style.
Very good. All right, let's put some information up on the screen. You can call Medical Weight Loss Centers at 203-468-9200 to sign up for a free info or get a session there. You could visit online at medweightlosscenters.com. All right, Maria, congratulations on your success.
Thank you very much.
Before and afters are so impressive. And Linda, thank you for the information.
Thank you so much.
All right, there's still more Connecticut Style after the break. Stick around.
Have you applied for Social Security disability and received a letter like this, denying your benefits? We help people with their Social Security disability claim. Call the Holler Law Firm at 1-800-333-3163 for a free consultation.
Exhilarating, life-changing, explosive, passionate, funny. You haven't had sex yet? What are you thinking? That's in just the first 10 minutes of New York Med. It's TV so good, People magazine says you've got to see this. New York Med premieres tonight at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Sleep better tonight knowing you got a great deal at Raymore & Flanagan. It's their best financing offer ever. No interest till 2016, no money down. Best sale prices in the Northeast. Over 40 different mattresses to choose from. Tempur-Pedic as low as $14.99. Save $250 on Stearns & Foster. $500 on Beautyrest Black. Sealy or Serta Queen sets $399. Free next day delivery, set up an old mattress removal. Raymore & Flanagan.
Screeching tires and shattered glass, you were just injured in a car accident. But what if I told you the worst is yet to come? Battling for months with insurance companies to pay a claim is sometimes worse than the accident itself. I'm attorney Vincent Trantolo. After a car accident, know that the insurance company makes more money when they take as long as possible to pay you as little as possible. For our 24-hour promise, call 888-TRAN-TOLO.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen with all of our guests. Now, Neil, how'd you finish off these plates? The food looks fabulous.
Doesn't it look great?
Yes, it does.
Let's put it over here so everybody can taste it. Very simple, like I said. After you make the sauce, you just add a little bit of piece of lemon or whatever you want for garnish, a little boiled potato, and then I'm going to grab a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, put it right like this, and then a little salt, and that's it. Remember, high, always high.
And this is a healthy meal, right?
Yes, it's a healthy meal.
No wrong with
It is a
that.
healthy meal. So grab some forks, guys. Try it.
Dig in.
There you go.
And
Dig in.
your band, one more time. Where
Yeah, Sonido Libre. We're going to be coming very soon to just check our Facebook.
Okay, sounds
And
great.
Billy, you know, I thought I forgot your birthday, but I didn't.
You wouldn't forget your birthday, Billy.
No, I never would.
All right, we're just about out of time, but I want to thank you all for being here today. But most of all, thank you for watching. Make it a great day. We're going to have lunch. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
A-style.
All right.